Groomers are back. Jon Gruden wants to coach again.
Hutton, can we fire up the groomer mill once again? Jon Gruden forgetting interest in his name as a coach where no one else was talking about it.
Gruden and Goodell do not like each other. Gruden's made for this era of college football.
Whenever it happens that they want Jon Gruden to be the coach of Tennessee, no matter what. So if he was really serious about coaching, there's been plenty of junior high opportunities that he could have taken.
Jed, how would you describe the saga of Jon Gruden and the Tennessee Volunteers anytime there is a coaching search in Knoxville?
You've got this group of rabid fans that no matter what, when the job is open, whether it be because Lane Kiffin bolts in the night or Butch Jones loses to Vandy or Derek Dooley just didn't do a very good job
or Fulmer leaves.
Fulmer is fired. Whenever it happens, there is a strong and large group of fans that they want Jon Gruden to be the coach of Tennessee, no matter what. Groomers, Hutton, is what that's been come to known as. You combine Gruden with rumors, for those that aren't quite picking up what I'm saying here. And groomers are strong anytime the Tennessee job is open. Hutton, can we fire up the groomer mill once again?
Oh, leave that to Jon Gruden.
Yes.
Gruden is here for
He's done it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, he has. And,
congrats to Jon Gruden for getting interest in his name as a coach where no one else was talking about it. I've always said if you want someone to pick up a story, I would like for us to get aggregated at some point. Jon Gruden, by the way, knows how to get aggregated.
He does. He just speaks it into existence.
Look at this quote.
Here's what he said while he was attending the Detroit Lions training camp. Hopefully I'm not done. I'm about to make a comeback. I'm working hard to maybe get one more shot, but hopefully some of these guys that fell off my branch, if you say it like that way.
Fell off my branch.
Fell off my branch. Maybe they can hire me because I'm looking for a job. I don't care if I coach at Jones Junior High. I'm going to coach again. I'm still coaching. I'm just not on a team officially, but I do have some private assignments I work on, and I wear some gear when I'm watching the games that nobody knows about who I'm pulling for. That from Gruden to Dave Burkett of the Detroit Free Press.
Pretty sure Jones Junior High would hire him right now. If he wanted. So if he was really serious about coaching, there's been plenty of junior high opportunities that he could have taken.
Is that the high school that Connor Stallions was coaching at?
Could be. I think Connor Stallions is going to be his defensive coordinator whenever he gets back into coaching.
I mean, sign me up for that.
I would hire him.
We would do the broadcast. We should stream those games live on OutKick.
How much would the media rights cost? Could OutKick afford it? Would they pony up for Jones Junior High coverage to do that?
We better.
I think Gruden.
Clay would.
I think Gruden drives a hard bargain. Clay may pay for it on his own. But I think Gruden would drive a hard bargain with those media rights. But I think OutKick.com could be the official streamer of Jones Junior High.
I think anybody would be stupid if they chose not to do that.
Barstool will likely jump in there though too because Gruden's a Barstool employee.
Hey, I think Gruden absolutely wants to coach again.
Sure.
You know, he's been an analyst of some sorts for the New Orleans Saints recently. He and Sean Payton, they shared a similar offensive philosophy due to their time together in Philadelphia. You know, it was the offense that Gruden was helping oversee that was originally installed by Payton. I say that because he's been dabbling a little bit in the NFL. You know, he's at the Lions training camp. I don't see him coaching in the NFL again. Brian Flores is still trying to coach in the NFL again. And Goodell doesn't hate Brian Flores, even though Flores is suing the league just like Gruden did. Gruden and Goodell do not like each other. It goes back a ways, even prior to 260,000 emails. Only Gruden's emails were leaked during the whole Washington Redskins Daniel Snyder whole debacle, and it ultimately led to Gruden being fired in Oakland. And I think that also pairs up with why I don't see him in the NFL again. Mark Davis was told he could not have Gruden as his coach. Why would you then allow another team to hire Gruden, despite what could be trade compensation? I think it's college or it's nothing right now for Gruden, and I'm here for it. Just like I think it's NFL.
You're telling me that Roger Goodell holds a grudge and he hasn't forgiven and forgotten? I mean, it's been years. It was 2021.
No. This goes back way before then. This is like there was a time.
No, but I'm saying it's been 2021 since he said you can't coach in the NFL. And he told the Raiders that.
Yeah, but he's been.
Is 4 years long enough? Is 5 years long enough? Like, is this going to go on forever?
Nah, not for the. So, like, there was a Monday Night Football game.
Okay.
Where, and this is along the timeline of Gruden and Goodell already not really seeing eye to eye. There was a Monday Night Football game, and Gruden went in on the officials, whereas I think it was Marquise Colston, who took a hit over the middle, and from the broadcast booth, it was Curtis Lofton for the Falcons who made the hit. And he was flagged for unnecessary roughness, and Gruden made a point, just like, what are we doing? Like, what is the game turning into?
Yeah.
Goodell, from the league office, called Gruden, called him out, and said that John Madden and Jeff Fisher were going to meet with him at the league office that following week. And according to reports, Gruden's response was, "You got to be shitting me." And he didn't show.
Which I could hear in Gruden's voice saying that to perfection.
So the Park Avenue headquarters didn't have Gruden visit them that week. And that's just like scratching the surface on the disdain that they have for one another. I don't foresee Goodell, just allowing Gruden to just waltz back in. He could be an analyst. He could be a assistant. I don't see him as a head coach. I do see him as a head coach in college, just like I see Saban, if he comes back, as a head coach in the NFL, but not college. I think they would cross paths in the night, so to speak.
So, Hutton, I don't want to appear to be an ageist, right?
Okay.
At any time, okay?
Sure.
I love old people.
Yeah.
I have parents, still kicking around, hanging in there. I love our older viewers. I love our young viewers.
Wasn't there a time,
I love people of age and people not of age.
Chad,
okay?
wasn't there a time when we first started doing a show together that you had a beef with middle-aged women? You remember this?
Yeah, I think I said something that was misconstrued as
I know.
insensitive to middle-aged women.
We're going back a long time here.
A lot of middle-aged women did not like what I had to say about it.
But they're older now.
Yeah, I'll just say, look, as a middle-aged man myself
there we
now,
go.
right?
Same.
I wasn't at the time
Same.
when I started out, but as a middle-aged man myself, I don't ever want to appear as an ageist, that people of a certain age can't do a job or shouldn't do a job. I'll also say that a 12 to 13-year age gap is a gigantic gap, okay? Hutton, there are plenty of people that are turning 30 or 30 years old that I've seen just as Instagram friends or Facebook friends that were interns of ours when it felt like we were in our 30s. And by the way, we were, and they worked for us in college.
Yeah.
And now they're turning 30. Like, that's a big gap, right?
Their kids are turning
I could name names of
13.
people that are in media right now that are 30, and you'd go, holy shit, they're 30? And that's a 13-year difference for me, okay? There is a point to what I'm saying here. Bill Belichick is 73. Nick Saban is 73.
Yep.
Jon Gruden is 61 years old. There is a 12-year gap, okay? I recently turned 43. That age group that's turning 30 or recently 30, there's a big gap between there. There's a big gap between Belichick and Saban to Jon Gruden. I say all of that to say this. That's not to say that Bill Belichick is incompetent, or certainly Nick Saban's not incompetent. They could get the job done. Bill Belichick may very well get the job done. Nick Saban could very well get the job done in the NFL possibly, or college. I am here to tell you, if I'm a billionaire owner of an NFL team, it will be a cold day in hell before I hire a 73-year-old man who has not coached in the NFL in 20 years to lead my team, even if that coach is the greatest college coach of all time. Nick Saban off my list as an NFL owner. I would not hire him because of that age. It's not a Pete Carroll situation who was just recently coaching in the NFL. Okay, it's not the same thing there. Those guys may get the job done, don't know. Jon Gruden at 61 years old, though, Hutton's right. I don't think the NFL is going to be an option because Roger Goodell is going to tell every owner to stay away from him. But if I am a college AD and a college program in need of some juice, Sam Pittman is 63 years old. He is 2 years older than Jon Gruden, which is crazy when you think about what Gruden has done in his career in both coaching and broadcasting. Sam Pittman at Arkansas is 2 years older. Sam Pittman at Arkansas is on the hot seat. If Arkansas fires Sam Pittman after a subpar year, I am picking up the phone and hiring Jon Gruden immediately to call the damn Hogs. You got John Calipari and Jon Gruden on the same campus. Hutton, I would absolutely make that happen if I was a program like an Arkansas. To give that group, that program a little bit of juice nationally, I think he would hire a great recruiting staff. He is very well connected in the college game with coaches, not just NFL. Go look at his coaching tree. It's not just guys in the NFL. Plenty of college guys also. I would love that move for Arkansas.
Yeah, you're right, plenty of college connections. Here's his NFL pedigree. I mean, it speaks for itself. And look at the names. And the names that just jump out to you, right? That's quite the coaching tree, the lineage. Chad, I mentioned how many emails did I say were that they went through? I said a low number. It was 650,000.
It was north of a half a milli.
There was a linebacker for Navy whose last name was Fago. That's what Gruden called Goodell in the email.
Yes.
Okay?
You got to spell it out. We won't get into phonetics with you, but
he
that's what he
also called
said.
him a clueless anti-football pussy.
Yep.
In the emails. Let's just this guy Goodell's not letting this dude back in. His name was removed from the Ring of Honor in Tampa Bay. It's going to be college, and quite frankly, Gruden's made for this era of college football. Mm-hmm. Is he not?
Yes.
Yes. So you mentioned Arkansas.
Gruden's going to get you all the Hooters money you need in NIL. Think of all the companies he's already partnered with.
Yep.
I mean, he's going to be – Arkansas's got a ton of booster money to begin with. I'm trying to make this happen. I'm not firing Sam Pittman before a game happens. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at SEC programs with coaches on the hot seat. Auburn. I think Auburn probably thinks they're too good for Jon Gruden because he hasn't been around long enough.
I don't know.
I'm here to tell you, when you go from what they've gone through now at Auburn, if Hugh Freeze is a bust and they're 2-3 after the first month of the season, telling me you wouldn't be interested in Jon Gruden? I'm putting Arkansas at the top of the line and then Auburn right behind them.
This is
but think of that world for a moment.
Quintessential Groomers right here.
Think of that moment, though, Hutton, that you got Deion Sanders at Colorado.
Yep.
Bill Belichick at North Carolina. And now think of Jon Gruden entering an SEC with all of these heavyweight coaches.
Let me give you a couple
like Jon Gruden at SEC Media Days. We were just in Atlanta for Media Days, sparring with Kirby Smart and with Steve Sarkisian and with Brian Kelly. And you throw damn Gruden in the mix? I don't even want to call him Jon Gruden. Just damn Gruden is his name. Damn Gruden mixed in with all those guys. Hell yeah, sign me up for that. I would love to see an SEC or college football world with Jon Gruden. I've long said he's made for college football. He is a salesman. He is a recruiter. He is someone that is going to resonate with kids coming out of high school.
Chad,
he is made for college football.
He's made for the SEC as well.
Yes. And he loves it. He loves that shit. He loves talking about big stadiums and big fan bases that care. Like, that is an all-ball guy. And if you want to be all about ball and about people who care passionately, that, by the way, also are going to be ready to run your ass out of town when you lose a game you're not supposed to, that is coaching in the SEC.
Let me throw out a couple more that just immediately jump out to me. Oklahoma.
That's a good one.
Florida State.
Does he have a tie with Jim Nagy? Have they crossed paths before?
That's a great question.
Because Jim Nagy's now the GM at Oklahoma. He's there to help Brent Venables, so he may not be around if Venables isn't there. But
Jim has ties to everyone too. But yeah, you're right.
I feel like that could be a possible tie-in.
Players love playing for him. We know that. It's Josh Jacobs, for instance, said he never rubbed me the wrong way whenever they were forcing Gruden to resign. It's the beef, and he's speaking his mind. Also, this is nothing against what he's doing right now.
By the way, Gruden did coach in the Senior Bowl back in a few years ago.
Okay, good.
When he was still with the Raiders, because Jim Nagy's got quotes talking about how cool it was to have Gruden there coaching the players.
I am a fan of what he's doing right now, but you mean to tell me that all of these networks
opening up boxes from different schools to give them
I think it's fun.
Gift package. I like it too.
All of these networks and all these streaming services that have been putting together broadcast teams don't hire Jon Gruden? Really? The guy can't get a job back in the league being an analyst.
Yeah.
Think about that. This is his path. And it's not going to be – now, it would be something if he did go the high school route.
So Goodell,
Goodell
has definitely ordered the code red.
I think
with all broadcast partners and all partners of the NFL.
I mean, that's my view on it. It's just how.
That's why Barstool ends up hiring him.
Yeah, but there's nothing against Barstool.
No, not at all. But I'm saying Barstool is an anti-NFL Roger Goodell establishment. For years and years. Yeah. So it makes sense that that's who would end up hiring Jon Gruden.
Yeah. Some of the other details here. In 2020, the NFL fined him $150,000 personally for a COVID-19 violation. And then they took away a 6th-round draft pick. I don't know if they did that to the Titans. That harsh, I mean. There was Mark Davis believed the league officials played favorites, suing them for antitrust violations. He was convinced Pete Rozelle killed a 1983 trade. This was Al Davis. And then Gruden had his own experiences with Goodell that ticked him off, and then they collaborated and went all in on the commissioner. I'm fascinated by the back and forth.
What was it? What was he also called him, Hutton? A non-football knowing pussy?
Yeah, he said...
this falls right in line with DBAP here with
He
OutKick.
called Goodell, he was like, how dare you treat me like a stooge, that I've never coached in the league, like I don't study football day in and day out, like I don't know a damn thing about player safety, because he wanted Fisher and Madden to talk to him about player safety. Let me get the quote here. This is from the New York Post. The quote was, sorry, I'm getting behind a paywall now. The quote, to be exact, was, well, now that you ask, I can't pull it up.
It's fine. It's fine. It's something about a non-football knowing. I just think of the line from Varsity Blues where Bud Kilmer, played by John Voight, says to John Moxon, "Your daddy was a no-talent pussy, but at least he listened." You think that Roger Goodell comes back and says that to Jon Gruden? Like, hey, at least these guys listen to me. Incredible line.
Yeah.
The great Bud Kilmer.
Let's see.
Who shares a little bit of the same fire as Jon Gruden.
Yeah. Again, like he said the hate in the NFL office sentiment was actually 8 years earlier than when Gruden was actually told to resign for being a quote-unquote distraction. Yeah. There
is no forgiveness in Roger Goodell's heart, is what I'm hearing. 5 years removed, 4 years removed.
Yeah.
However long it's been, all the water that's there has flooded the creek underneath the bridge, and there's no getting past it at this point.
No.
It's knocked the bridge out of the way. No bridge between Goodell and Gruden. I agree with you. It's why I hope he ends up in the SEC. I'd love nothing more than to see a Jon Gruden-led SEC team.
Look at all of the coaches, just once again, his coaching tree, like in the league right now, that would all vouch for him.
As he said, all the branches they've fallen off.
Yeah, man. All the guys. Maybe someone wants me to coach. I mean, if it doesn't, keep this in mind. Pete Carroll is only coaching 1 year in Vegas, right?
I mean, can you imagine them going the same ownership group,
bringing it back,
going right back and saying, it's been 5 years. We feel like that was a good enough show cause type penalty. We'll bring him back in. That's sort of the Bruce Pearl, purgatory that he's been through. So now he gets to come back.
Yeah,
crazy.
Now he paired with Mayock. It was awful, but I do wonder. The Raiders, by the way, Chad, they have not had a Pro Bowler in the last 5 drafts. Not one draft pick is a Pro Bowler in the last 5 drafts in Vegas. You get Brady out there too.
I mean, it's
Brady and Gruden.
I really hope that he ends up in college football. Hutton, there's another story out there that's the perfect tie-in to pro sports commissioner battling with player/coach.
Oh, yes, Manfred.
Yes.
And Bryce Harper, so Manfred's been making the rounds. The sentiment in Major League Baseball, you've got the Marlins, who they have a payroll of what? Pocket change compared to what the Dodgers are paying.
Less than the Arkansas Razorbacks payroll.
There you go. And Manfred is recognizing this. He wants a hard cap. I don't disagree that would help in a league that's very top-heavy in terms of the money spent by ownership. But he apparently went in to talk with Harper, and Harper wasn't having anything to do with it. Like, get out of our effing clubhouse. And to Manfred's credit, the reports are like he bowed up to him and said, "No, I'll go anywhere I want to.
He repeated it back to him and said, I'm not going to get the F out.
But
that's not happening.
Think about if
he said we need to talk about the realities of what's to come with ownership and what they're going to be proposing and talking about.
Yeah.
And also, Bryce Harper, which is a little bit disturbing, said something along the lines, reportedly. Now, Nick Castellanos came in and broke it up. And tried to ask a question to ease the tension after that.
Yep.
But Bryce Harper said something like, Major League Baseball players have no problem going 0-162 if you want to do this. And I'm thinking, okay, bro, let's pump the brakes.
See, that's the
You're
threat.
still going to make a ton of money. Let's not go throwing games.
I agree.
He went immediately to, so we just won't play.
We'll play
if there's a salary cap, like every other sport has.
Just go on strike. But see, that's the power that the MLB players are willing to take that the quarterbacks in the NFL won't do. They won't sit and say, we want Deshaun Watson guaranteed money or we're not playing, because you don't have a league without the quarterbacks. Just ask the USFL. Without the quarterback, you don't have the face of your league. And in Major League Baseball's case, the players, they get paid and they say, we're not playing first base.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of the league right now. All-Star Game was awesome. First time I've really enjoyed an All-Star Game in years. But do I enjoy the league top to bottom like I used to? No. Because the wealth is, extremely top-heavy. It's floating at the top. And then you have owners who choose to spend or not spend, and there's no hope in sight for some of these fan bases. It sucks. I understand where Manfred's coming from, but there's no backbone.
Well, and
because
Manfred's
the players
right about that's what's best for ownership, and not for every owner, because right now the LA Dodgers can spend a lot more than everyone else and put together a World Series caliber team.
But the owners
every single year,
they're about to have they're having the discussion about television rights, and I understand where the individual owners are coming from, who bring in the revenue and spend the money and don't want to have a revenue split.
I think it goes hand in hand. There needs to be a cap and there needs to be a floor.
Yes.
Because you've got to get the Marlins and the Pirates and these teams to spend above what they're spending right now that haven't spent.
Yeah.
So there needs to be a happy medium between the two. And I get where Bryce Harper's coming from and high-valued, high-priced players are coming from.
Yeah.
It would help the sport. I really think it would help the fans
I think so too.
And help the sport. If there was a cap and a floor to Major League Baseball, there's a reason the other pro sports have salary caps and Major League Baseball doesn't. I really do. I think that it helps the owners and it helps the fans. Yes, it's worse on the players, and that's where Bryce Harper's coming from. But I'm just looking at this as somebody who, I'm not a player and I'm not an owner. I'm a fan, and I can sit back and say salary cap would help improve the game of baseball.
And the players know that, but the game for them is fantastic. They're getting theirs, and the fans are the ones, the local markets. If you're the majority of the league, it's a majority of the league. Where you're looking up, going, how much are the Dodgers are paying? What? They're deferring money where?
It's pretty incredible that Bryce Harper, in the middle of a team meeting.
Yeah.
This is one of 30. He met with every clubhouse, and he's talking about
next
steps, what's going to come up, what's on the horizon. And the moment a salary cap was brought up, he said something like, if you're going to sit here and talk about that, you can go ahead and get the F out of the clubhouse. And I'm thinking, damn.
How about Manfred, though, with his response in front
Rob
of
Manfred is his boss, I guess, too. But that's one way to just step up in a meeting with your boss and just go ahead and get the F out. Manfred said, nope, not going to do it.
Yeah.
Incredible
if
stuff.
If you're a baseball purist, you're not a fan of his, I do respect the fact that he bowed up to Bryce Harper and didn't just limp out of there. But, the alphas are the players.
Rob Manfred is not on the list of best pro sports commissioners, no doubt.
No.
I will say he's got a very challenging job. I think where the era he's been in Major League Baseball has been a rough one. For a number of different reasons. And I don't think he's really helped in a lot of areas, but I'm not going to sit here and say that he was handed the keys to the castle and just screwed everything up. I think that it was going to be a challenge for whoever was in that role over this period of time.
Chad, the exact quote from one of the emails was Goodell was called a clueless anti-football pussy.
Anti-football. Let's use that on the show's language now. If you're anti-football, that's the biggest
Also,
that's the biggest insult we can lay on anyone is that you're anti-football.
He also, Goodell pressured St. Louis Rams head coach Jeff Fisher to draft quote-unquote queers after the team selected Michael Sam. That was in an email. Again, there's other things. Yeah. Anyway, Kaepernick, there's plenty of Kaepernick. There's a Joe Biden reference, too, in the email.
Hey, let's test if cancel culture is really dead. Let's bring it back. Let's go. Hey, let's list all those emails, and let's really put this thing to the test. Is cancel culture truly dead? Prove it by hiring Jon Gruden back to the NFL.
Is Gruden back in the Bucs Ring of Honor? How about this? The Buccaneers back in February announced they are reinstating Jon Gruden into the team's Ring of Honor.
Here we go. That's one step. One small step for the Bucs could equal one huge step for the NFL.
Upon further reflection, we have decided to reinstate him into the Buccaneers Ring of Honor.
I love that it was a 4-year hiatus. It was. I remember it was October 2021 because when this story was breaking, Hutton, we were on the road with our college football show in College Station. And that weekend, that Friday is when this news broke.
Yeah.
So that was 2021, right before A&M upset Alabama in that game, right? Or 2022? No, that's 2021. It's 2021. Fall of 2021. So not even 4 years later, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers said, hey, forget what we said about taking you off the Ring of Honor. That was stupid.
Those emails?
Didn't happen.
Yeah, let them in.
We all felt that way about Goodell.
Yeah, we'll carry it live.
You just said what we were all thinking, John. It's fine. Let's get your ass back down here for a Hall of Fame induction.
Was it Hall of Fame worthy when it comes to cinema, film, with Happy Gilmore 2? We discuss that next here on Hot Mic.